We're live. Hello, happy Sunday. Oh, today what a week. Happy Sunday. Who's there? Today we're talking about tailors. We're talking about tailors, how to find tailors, or rather, how I find tailors, because there might be other ways people find tailors out there. How I find tailors, how I keep tailors, and how I deal with all their wahala, because there is never any perfect tailor, right? So while we're waiting for people to join us, let's start discussing, okay? Like I always say, do not walk alone. Hi, somebody has joined us. Say hello. We're live and we're talking about tailors, how to find tailors, how to keep tailors, and how to deal with their wahala. Are you a fashion designer? Are you into ready-to-wear brand? Somebody just joined us. If you are, say something in the comment section. I would like to know I'm talking to someone and the person is in my niche, in my line of business, okay? All right. So like I always say, do not walk alone. Don't come into this tailoring business, fashion business, ready-to-wear business, walking alone. You will not be able to grow your business. You will not be able to scale your business. You won't be able to make the kind of money you hear other people make, right? The other day I was listening to Vicky James. I think she was somewhere in a church in London and she was talking about her business. Someone in the crowd asked her how she was able to expand and grow. And one of the things she mentioned was staff. I think she said she currently has over 40 staff. She even has staff for her content creation, because content creation pays her as well, right? She mentioned that even while she was there at London, work was going on. They were delivering clothes, business was happening, money is entering her account, even though she's in London, talking to people who probably, who knows, maybe didn't pay her to be there because it was a church event, and we know she's a Jesus baby, right? So you cannot operate at a certain level, you cannot make a certain income if you are working alone, if you do not have staffs, if you do not have tailors, good tailors working with you, producing with you. I would like to say it's even better if you have tailors who can sew better than you. In fact, those are the type you should be looking for. I know they might not be easy to find if your skill level is here, right? Like you're really there, you know how to sew very well. And if you're like me, maybe a perfectionist, right? Almost nobody can sew as well as you can, and it's very difficult to find them. Okay, I understand. And when you're looking to hire, try your best to hire tailors that are here, better than you, faster than you, finishing 100%, speed 100%. They can cut, they can sew, whether it's pattern drafting or freehand cut or find those kind of tailors. Those are the type you should be looking out for. They will not be easy to find, but they are very possible to find, okay? Hello. Please, can you guys chat with me? I'm not supposed to just be talking. 9 people are live right now. I'm happy you're here. Are you a tailor? Do you do bespoke tailoring? Are you into ready to wear? Say something, leave a question, and I would answer you, especially questions that is in line with our topic for today, which is finding tailors and keeping tailors, how to deal with their wahala. All right? Okay, and if you are watching this video when the live is over, of course, I'm going to upload this, right? You're here watching. Hi, Fortune. Hi. Fortune, good morning. Thank you for saying something. Good morning. It's nice to have you here, Fortune. Are you a bespoke tailor? Are you into ready to wear, Fortune? Do you have a question? All right, so while I'm waiting for you guys to interact with me, because I'm here to talk to you, I'm not here to talk to myself, I'll keep going, okay? So how do I find tailors? Because I know people might have other ways they find tailor. And as we go on, I'll tell you what I even heard people do to find very skilled and talented tailors. Hi, so explicit. Hello, no one at the moment. I just like listening to you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I don't get community. Oh. This our community had a name one time. Oh. And then I stopped being consistent here on YouTube. And then as I came back, I stopped calling you people the community name. That community name was Pensralites. Who remembers? Pensralites. So explicit is the pens realize, and she just loves listening to me. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hi, Dekpoju. Hi, welcome. All right, so how do I find tailors? There are two ways I find tailors. Okay, fortunate. You're into ready to wear another fashion outfit. Great. So you're going to benefit from this. And also fortunate if there are other ways you find tailors, and if there are other ways outside of what I'm going to be saying that helps you keep your tailors, please feel free to share in the comment section, okay? This is supposed to be interactive. I'm here to learn from you guys as well, because this is a challenge. Let nobody lie to you. No matter how big and established the fashion brand is, finding tailors and keeping tailors is a common challenge with all of us. Whether it's luxury brand or premium brand or low money brand or medium brand, what do you guys call it? Whatever it is, we all have one common problem, and that problem is finding tailors and keeping tailors, okay? So it's not peculiar to you if you're having that problem, right? So how have I been able to deal with this challenge? The way I find my tailors, if I tell you, will you people believe? Very simple way. Dekoju, I'm interested in the topic. That's why I joined to learn the tips and tricks of finding and keeping tailors. Yes, very big challenge, I must say. Yes, very true. All right, so how do I find my tailors? I simply put out notice using social media. Using social media. I put out a post on Facebook, mostly Facebook, right? I put out a post on Facebook, in Facebook groups and communities where there are fashion designers and tailors, in marketplaces on Facebook, right? Marketplaces that are targeted to people in my town, you know, like we have Calabar Marketplace, we have Calabar Online Market, we have Calabar Fairly Used Market on Facebook. These are groups on Facebook. We have so many groups like that. Even the ones in neighboring cities like Uyo, I also go to those groups and I post, right? I post and I let them know Tailor wanted in a fashion house. I put my location, you know. I also like to let them know that they mustn't necessarily know how to cut, because so many tailors don't know how to cut. That's the truth. So many of them don't know how to cut. And when they see your post for professional tailor, you know how some of us like to state it, right? Professional tailor wanted, professional tailor needed. Some of these tailors shy away because low self-esteem, plus they know their strengths. They don't think or consider themselves to be professional enough, so they shy away, right? So I want everybody to come for the interview, whether you're professional or whether you think you know how to cut and sew, whether you think you know how to work with patterns, just come in, right? So I make my post as simple as possible, so that anybody who considers herself a tailor or himself a tailor and is looking for a job can easily reach out to me. That's the simple thing I do. That's one way, right? That's how I find most of my tailors, okay? I just put a post on social media, right? Lately, I found a friend who said she runs ads. She runs ads because she wasn't getting enough entries. So she just made a flyer, made a cap, and that's how she's been able to find about, I think, 5 or 6 tailors. And the number is growing because she's trying to put together a big factory, a big ready-to-wear factory. So that's how she finds tailors, really. How have you found your tailors? How did you find your tailors? Fortunately, do you want to share with us? Dekpeju, yeah, Dekpeju, do you want to share with us? How do you find your tailors? Please don't tell me you work alone. Don't tell me you don't have tailors. Who else is here with us that wants to share how she finds her tailors? Okay, so that's one way I find my tailors. Now, timing is very important. Timing is very, very important. The best times to find your tailor is end of year like this and beginning of the year. This end of year, people are making the decision to quit where they currently work, or to stop staying at home, or they are rounding up with their fashion training, fashion school training or apprenticeship program, and they are going to be in need or in search for a job. So the best time to search for tailors is now, and at the beginning of the year, January, February. That is the best time to search for tailors. Put out notice every day. Put out notice every day. If you're running ads, keep your ads running almost every day. Hi, Oma. Do I need to know to sew to start my ready-to-wear brand? I am more of a business-facing and business management person. No, Oma, you do not need to sew. You don't need to know how to sew. You don't. But you need to have the right people that can produce for you. I don't know where you are, Oma, what city you are, but there are garment factories that you can reach out to, give them your illustrations or your designs, and they would produce for you. Okay? So another reason why lots of people would rather want to have an idea is sewing ideas because, okay, Abuja. All right, make your research and find garment factories in Abuja, right? Find garment, but it mustn't even be in Abuja. The garment factories must not be in Abuja. Oma, go to one of my videos, click on the description box. You would see my WhatsApp link, right? Leave me a message and then I would give you some garment factories that you can work with. I don't work with a garment factory, but I see their ads and I see some positive feedbacks, right? So I can share with you, right? I'm not vouching for them, but I can share their contact with you so you try them out and see. The reason why you might want to have a bit of sewing idea, not necessarily be a professional tailor, is so that you can guide some people in interpreting your designs. That's the truth, right? You see our designs, they are all made up of shapes and curves, right? And if you're not lucky to find a very good pattern drafter who would draft the pattern interpreting your design, right, and guide whoever is going to cut it and then stitch it, except you're going to be doing staples like basic shirts, shirt dresses, boo-boos, circle skirts, straight skirts. If you're going to be doing staples, then almost anybody can do that as long as their finishing and their fit is right. But if you're going to be coming up with some gang designs out of this world, the one that, like I like to say, God showed you in your dream, never before seen, the silhouette that nobody has ever come up with. You have to be involved though in the pattern drafting and all, right? That is not to say you must know how to sew, but please try and have an idea, okay? Fortunate, please can you share the best arrangements with the tailors when you find them? I mean money wise. Yes, I'm coming to that. Fortunate. Just stay with me on this live. Okay, so let me go on. Hi, Oppo. Hi. Welcome to this live. If you have a question, Oppo, in line with the topic of today, finding tailors, keeping tailors, dealing with tailors wahala, please leave a comment, leave a question, or contribute to the topic. So another way I find tailors is through tailor agency. But you see this particular method. Okay, let me explain what it is. There's an agency out there, who would make a call for fashion designers who are looking for tailors to work with. In this case, you have your own factory, not the type that Oma is looking, not the type that Oma is looking for. This one, you run your own factory. You have your own factory and you're looking for tailors to join your team, join your production team. I am also taking orders here. So in case I pause to maybe type or something, I'm running ads on Instagram and I'm having lots of inquiries right now. Yeah, I've attended to so many, but there's a lady right now who is, if that's the case, then please. I'll respond to those inquiries later. So I would have to wrap up with this live within 30 minutes, right? Okay. Hi, Bukola. I desire to transition from bespoke to ready to wear. Sincerely, I don't know how. That's why I'm here now. I hope you're subscribed to this channel. That's why I'm here. And you could sign up for my mentorship. So you have me one-on-one to talk all through for 1 month and even beyond to guide you on how to make that transition, because I have successfully done that. I have. Please, all the people that were here with me, come back. Oh, sorry, I left. Come back. Okay, so as I was saying, what was I even saying? Oh yeah, tailoring agencies. So these agents actually link you with tailors. And as I was saying, I haven't been lucky finding tailors that have stayed with me through this method, right? So you reach out to this agency, they have a fee, and then they send you tailors, right? You let them know the kind of tailors you're looking for. Tailors are skilled in women's wear, menswear, ready to wear kind of outfits, that's easy to wear kind of outfits, or padded, corsets, all those kind of things. Their tailors are very good with laces, and there are tailors who would rather work with crepes and every other kind of fabric other than laces. There are tailors who specialize in just wedding gowns, bridals. Those ones don't want to do anything else than bridals. So you let the agency know the kind of tailors you want, and then they will link you and send one over after you have made payments or made the fee. I've realized that these tailors that come from agencies, the number one, in fact, they are too expensive. Let me say this, right? Before they even start coming, they start requesting for accommodation. So if you have not made accommodation available, you might not get lucky to find one that would want to stay or work with you, right? So they demand for accommodation, and they'll prefer that the accommodation is close to the factory, so they do not spend money on transportation, right? Or if you provide, there are some big fashion businesses out there that would have buses to transport their tailors from their accommodation to the factory. Well, if you're one of those, so they make all these kind of requests, right? And of course, so many of them do not work with any other machine than industrial machine. If you have the direct drive, they prefer it, right? So in quotes, they make all these requests because they think they are professional, and this is what professionalism is, right? They can't work with butterfly. So if you're a small brand who have mostly butterfly sewing machines, they might not want to work with you. They want an industrial sewing machine. Some of them want their own space, their own cutting table. And then also they like to be paid weekly. They like to be paid weekly. In fact, even when you have that agreement or arrangement with them and you accept that, okay, you're going to make payments weekly, some will tell you they want to earn daily. Madam, one thing. And you are finding that for the past 2 weeks, you've been paying this tailor daily. Because you want your work to go smoothly. Even you find yourself paying, So I haven't been lucky with these agencies because I and my friend realized something. A friend linked me up with one recently, and after making all the payments and all, he sent a tailor. And the tailor came, worked for like 2 weeks, was really good. He was really good. Like, his sewing is clean, his fit is nice, his pants, mwah, he was really good, And also, in relating with him, I found him to be homely. He's a family man. I'm having a lot of inquiries on Instagram. I'm running ads, guys, and this is what happens in the weekends. I sell a lot on Saturday and Sunday. Okay, I don't let me just say that I know a number of you are running ads as well. I sell a lot on Saturday and Sundays, right? So I'm having a lot of inquiries now. People are coming back from church, they are chilling with their phones and they are seeing my ads and they can't resist, So yeah. And most of these clients end up sealing the deal. If 10 people message me, 9 buys. That one that didn't buy, it's not that she didn't have the money or I didn't have her size, It might be the urgency. Oh, I needed it for tomorrow and I'm in Calabar and she's in Lagos, so I can't send it. I'm saying this because for those of you who have bought my ad targeting guide, you're supposed to be enjoying this as well. I can't wait for you to start flooding in with your positive feedbacks because my ad targeting works, right? My products, my ads targeting just takes your products like this to your target audience like this. And God help you, your ad creative is awesome. That's how you're selling, like that. Back to the topic, I'll respond to those inquiries later. I used to have a social media manager, but she's ill, so I've been handling my social media myself now. So yeah. Okay, so back to what we're saying. The agency, right? So they sent me this guy and he was good. He seemed homely. He told me he's married. His family is somewhere in the north, I think Kaduna. He's Christian. He has kids. It's easy to interact with him. It's easy because some of these tailors, interaction are problem. You'll be communicating this way. Their brain is interpreting it that way, right? But this one, I liked him. I even went on and bought the direct, special machine for him to treat him like chairman. I bought a special machine for him and everything was going on well. everything was going on well until after 2 weeks, I didn't see this guy anymore. I tried reaching out. He'll pick my calls. I'll just be hearing him breathing in the background. He's not saying anything. And I'm like, what's going on? Why, he's not even saying anything. I'll leave a message, no reply. So I just moved on. I know he had requested for accommodation like they all do, but Calabar is a small town. Coming from wherever you stay in Calabar shouldn't take you up to 20 minutes. We don't have traffic. There's no traffic in Calabar. No matter the place you stay in this Calabar, 20 minutes. Let's say your driver was slow. 25 minutes, you have gotten to from point A to point B, any point at all in this town. So I knew that traffic won't be a problem. Cost of transportation, even though petrol has risen in price, I knew that that shouldn't be very expensive, right? Meanwhile, I've been paying him, so I didn't mind giving him transport if that was a problem. But I told him to give me like a month, and I was going to sort out his accommodation, because currently the other tailors I have, I don't provide accommodation with them. Those tailors are the ones I find through the first method I told you, which is running ads on social media to find them. But the tailors I find through agency, they come with all these requests. They are skilled, but this has been my challenge with them. When they come, they don't stay. They don't stay. They don't stay. So I and my friend discovered, because when I saw my friend and she asked me how did you go with the agent thingy, I said, oh, she sent this guy, he was really good, but after 2 weeks I didn't see him anymore. I tried to reach him, and I have this principle: if you want to work with me, I don't beg you. That's my principle, because you see, this my business is built on the solid rock of Christ. So I don't believe that I should, after I have everything human means to make working with me easy, and you are not giving me reasons why you're not working with me anymore and you just disappear. I don't believe that I should spend too much time and energy trying to pursue you. Christ is my foundation. He will sort it out. That is how I have been operating. He's my foundation. He will sort it out. So I just go back to focusing on my work and working with the tailors available, right? So after I tried like a couple of times to reach him, I just let it go. And my friend was like, why now? You should go back to the agent and tell him that this guy, let him refund your money. As we got talking, that's how I mentioned the tailor's name. Guess what? This tailor works with my friend as well. In fact, he has been working with her for the past 1 year. She got him through the same agents whose contacts, or the agent she linked me up with. So it turned out that what this agency do is that they recall tailors they have already sent to somebody else. They recall them to go work somewhere else just so that they can collect that agency fee. As soon as they collect that agency fee, after like 2 weeks or so, guy man is back to base, or they move him again to another fashion house. He goes, works there. After 2 weeks, that's how these people do. Because even with the tailoring agencies, they are finding it difficult to find tailors. All of us are in the same boat. There's no magic, really. The way I run ads on Facebook to find my tailors, or make posts on Facebook to find my tailors, that's how these tailoring agencies are also looking for tailors. That's how they are doing it. Right? I know there is another one who actually has an apprenticeship program where he gathers like 20-30 people. He teaches them, and towards the end of the year, he serves as an agent, placing these people he has trained into fashion houses. Him too. Him too. He can't, sometimes his tailors are not very good. They are not very good. They are still learning, right? And also he runs out of tailors really quickly. And some of these people who sign up for his apprenticeship program do not also want to work for somebody. They want to finish the program and go and open their own fashion house. Hi, Bukola. Okay, yeah, I've read Bukola's message. I think this is on that person. Igbinidu. I hope I pronounced it well. Hi, Igbinidu. Welcome to this life. So, as I was saying, I and my friend discovered that guy man is the same tailor that works for her. And I was like, ah, did you not notice that your tailor was absent for the past 2 weeks? You know, she has been really occupied. She doesn't do bespoke services. She does strictly ready to wear. And she does her production in badges, right? So sometimes she's very busy running production. And as soon as she's like fully stocked, you know, she stocks stores and she also retails in a store here in Calabar. So sometimes production pressure reduces, and she had some challenges with her family, so she had not really been steady at work. So that was the time Oga took off for 2 weeks to come and work with me. You know, and at the time we were chatting, she hadn't even seen him too for a while, right? So it's possible that the same tailoring agency have moved him somewhere else to collect agency fee. As soon as they pocket that agency fee, they call him out again, you know. So sometimes I think these people are in collaboration with the agency. Like maybe they have a cut from the agency fee besides what we pay them as salary, right? Because if it's to say that this guy was worried that I didn't have a lot of orders or work for him to do, na big lie. I have fabrics more than a 1 million naira full this place. Plenty, you know. If he wanted to sew for 24 hours in a day, I have enough work for him to do. So he couldn't have said, oh, she doesn't have a lot of orders. No, I have a lot of orders. Even my friend too. Even though she told me she runs production in badges and sometimes she's not very active, she has a lot of work for him to do, you know. And they earn on commission. For the person who asked, who was that? Okay, Fortunate, please, can you share the best agreement with the tailors when you find them? I mean, money-wise. This kind of tailors, they like to earn on commission. They come with their own price list. In fact, most of them in Calabar where I stay, they have like a standard price list. The price doesn't differ much, okay? So since I'm into ready to wear and he also likes ready to wear, you know, the agency found me the kind of guy I want to work with because I'm done with the corsets. I'm done with them. Done with the corset and the boning and the padding. So I just wanted a guy that would give me what I want. Run my kimonos 20 pieces, 50 pieces in a week, you know. And they found me someone I want. So he came with his price list. So he will tell you how much he wants for a pant set. I think he wanted 4,500 naira for a pant set. He's going to do the cutting himself. This particular tailor was working freehand. All right. Are you with me? It's like my network is shaky. Please, if I'm still live and you can see me, say hello. Okay. Hi, hello, Chinon. So hi, Bukola. Okay, you guys can see me. Okay, thank you, thank you. All right. Hi, Lisa. All right. So, um, he gives his price list, and if you want to negotiate, you know, I think I only slightly negotiated one. I slightly negotiated one. I can't recall, but I was cool with the list generally. I just had to negotiate so that he will not think that this one money full, so may come behave anyhow. No, so I just negotiated slightly, but the price list I was cool with it, you know. And he was really fast. Now they don't come early. Oh. Like I said, I didn't give him accommodation. And from my experience, I've been working with some of them like that. I'm just giving you the story of the last one that worked with me, right? They don't come early. You know, opening time is 8 o'clock because, like I said, there's no traffic in Calabar. 8 o'clock. He was thrown in here past 10, past 10, 11. You know, so what I started doing is I stopped worrying so much about time, having my tailors keep to time. I started focusing more on productivity. So for the week, you already know what you're supposed to produce. You have a target for the week, right? This target is not if you like meet it, if you like don't meet it. The target is you must meet it. It's a realistic one. You must meet it. So if you choose to come to work by 12 midnight, it concerns you. Just know that you dey Calabar, Nigerians don't know how to keep time. No, they don't. They don't. That's why I stopped. You see, it used to be, who is this? Choco Cats. Hi, Choco Cats. Yes, so many people in Nigeria don't keep to time. Even the very learned ones, they don't keep to time. It's a discipline that you have to be deliberate about, right? So I used to have a lot of problems with my tailors. I used to have a lot of problem with my tailors and even spoiling my mood early in the morning because they are coming late. What system have I not tried to come up with? Is it time book? Is it paying incentives? I've done all of that. But I noticed that these people will still come when they like. So I stopped. Like I was saying, I started giving them targets. I said, okay, Glory, not to stress them. Give these people targets. Because if they have decided, like one of my one of my productivity teachers would say, it doesn't matter what time I wake up in the day, whether he wakes up by 6 a.m., whether he wakes up by 4 a.m., or he wakes up by 11 a.m. or 12 noon. What is important is that the goals he has set for that day, he must achieve them. That's what is important. So if you like wake up by 4 a.m., you can while away all the time doing whatever is not productive or important to your growth or your achieving your goals. Choco Cat, do you have good and on-time tailors in Lagos you can connect with? I'm not in Lagos. I'm not in Lagos. If you had joined this live earlier, I had said that some of these tailors want you to provide accommodation in the same premise as your factory or very close by. I think that would help with time. you know. I haven't provided accommodation close by, so I can't tell if that would help, but I think it should. In a big city like Lagos, I know that transportation is always, and traffic is one of the problems or reasons why people do not show up in time. So what some fashion businesses and other small businesses have decided to do is to provide accommodation for their staff, at least maybe during the weekdays, right, very close to the business premise, so that's one way you can curb that. Choco Cat double wahala. Okay, okay. So as I was saying, give you their price list, you negotiate, and then you pay. Most of them want to be paid weekly. And I understand why. So that then go they jump all around like this, just like I told you. They don't sit one place. But this particular guy was collecting his money daily. And he was even collecting plus transport. Because of how I was impressed with his work and his speed and his finishing and all, I didn't mind. I was giving him transport. I didn't mind because he was good, right? So yeah. Now these other tailors I find on Facebook, right? They are not that demanding. Because when you see my ad and make the decision that you want to come and work with me, you had already seen my address. So you would have to, if you're coming to work with me or you're applying for the job, it has to be something that is convenient for you, right? Calabar is not big, like I said. So people stay close by. Less than 20 minutes, 30 minutes, you've gotten from point A to point B. Hi, Ikoru. Hi, Ikoru from Port Harcourt. Thank you for joining this live. Okay, so as I was saying, you can go from point A to point B. So these tailors see my location and they do the maths and they come for interview. I put them through a test. Usually I tell them to come with a product or a garment that they sewed themselves, about 2 or 3 garments produced themselves. I'm usually not too strict, right? When it comes to these tailors I find on Facebook, the ones coming from the agencies, I'm a bit strict because they call themselves professional tailors. But these ones that come, who find my ad and walk in, right? I'm not too strict. Like I said, my ad does not spell professional tailor. I just want anybody who considers herself a tailor to come in because I have different categories of tailors, okay? I have the ones that would do cutting, pattern drafting because they are that skilled. I have the ones who nothing concern them with cutting and pattern drafting. They are more or less sewing machine operators. They just do the joining. They just join the garments. So I check for quality of their stitch, right? How do you stitch? Let me see your stitch. Can you stitch a straight line? Can you stitch curves? Can you fix zips? Can you iron? Let me see how well you iron, and then where they are not too perfect, right, in terms of finishing skills like ironing, I put them through. I try my best not to hire tailors that will come and train. I really try because I don't have that time. Right now for next year, I'm planning to find a fashion house or a fashion school who would take in my tailors and brush them up for like a month before they come resume work with me. I don't mind paying them for that 1 month while they are going through the training. That's what it's supposed to be, actually. Like any big company or big business out there, before they hire staff, they put them through training, right? They train them. First Bank, GT Bank, NNPC, Shell, you go through some sort of training before you resume work. So that's the same thing you're supposed to be doing in your fashion business. I have not been doing it because I have been doing the training myself, while the staff is working. We are learning as we dey go. But this time I've said anybody I'm hiring, I'm going to hire lots of tailors in January. I'm increasing my capacity. I will send them somewhere and pay for them to brush them up. At least basic stitching, ironing, fixing zips the way I like it, the way I like my finishing to go or be. Not all of them will do the cutting, right? The ones who are skilled in cutting and hair, they would also go brushing up for pattern drafting and cutting the way I like my cuts to be. The rest will just be sewing machine operators, like we call them in Nigeria, joiners, the ones where they join the iron. They might not even finish the complete garments themselves, right? Somebody who is more skilled and talented might do the completion, right? But at least they will speed up the process of production, right? So I pay my tailors right now mostly on commission. Mostly on commission. What do I mean by that? I pay them per job, per outfits, right? And I have found that from my experience over the years, this method is currently working for me. Hi, Ifoma, much love from Abuja. Hi, Ifoma, thank you for joining this live. This method is currently working for me because in the past, when I was paying salary, one staff will sleep on a garment for days, usually when I was doing bespoke. Oh, they will sleep on a garment for 2 days, 3 days, and burning foil, right? They didn't care because at the end of the month, I'll pay them salary, Sometimes they will skip work, and they didn't also care because there's a fixed amount that will be deducted from monthly. Because when they do the maths, their salary divided by the number of days they come to work in a month, so they just know and they don't care. Maybe because they would rather sit at home and sew for their clients, or for their friends. And when they do the maths, they make more money than they would have made for that day in my factory because I am paying a salary, So yeah, I stopped paying salary. I offered commission, and I found that my tailors were super excited when I offered to pay them on commission. They were very, very open to it, very happy, I noticed that they were more present at work. Absenteeism was reduced to the barest minimum. Everybody was competing with each other because they want to make more money. Hi, Rebecca. Good to be here from Niger State. Hi, Rebecca. It's good to have you on this live. So they were competing more with each other, So the tailor that used to sleep on one cloth 2 days, 3 days is doing 2 outfits in 1 day. I say, now so this thing be. My tailors are producing really fast and well, right? Well. Not that I know there were some of them who were now getting very, very hyped and competitive that the quality of their work started to drop, but I paid attention to that and we sorted it out, right? But it got to the point that even I got scared that I go fit pay these people because the way they were chunking out clothes, it was making me happy, at the same time a little nervous, because now I have to be on my toes marketing my business so that more orders can keep coming in and are ready to work and be selling out fast. So that is what it did for my tailors. They were a lot more productive. And for me, as a business owner who is shy and doesn't like to show my face, I'm always trying to shy away from marketing. I rather want to rely on referrals, word of mouth marketing, referrals, which I've been relying on for years for my orders, But now, with the way my tailors were producing like this, I had to wake up from my slumbers. I had to go and make sure we find new customers or get more orders so that I can pay them end of month. So that's what paying on commission did for me. That's paying per job did for me. Hi, Gloria. Good morning and happy Sunday, ma. What if after a few months, these tailors you paid for their training decides to leave? What will you do? Nothing, my sister. There's nothing I can do. They will leave now. That's why I want to hire a lot of them. I want to hire a lot of them so that if one person or two people leaves, it doesn't really hurt my productivity. I will just continue the chain or the circle, right? My husband has been advising me, keep the ads for tailors running all year round, so that you keep screening, you keep interviewing, screening until you find tailors that would actually stay. So yeah, it means you have to have a big space and lots of machines to accommodate the tailors you're going to be finding, so there's nothing you can do. You can do, because I have tried it. I trained someone in the past for 2 years. I trained her from scratch. This babe could sew. She sews like me. And even better. I give her flowers. Even better than me. When I think of a finishing technique, that time when I dey really do finishing, like I know they play with my finishing. We can sleep on finishing for 4 hours. Now, I don't do it like that again, so I can be profitable. I'll think of a finishing technique and I'll say, okay, come, babe, let's do it this way. She'll say, no, ma, I thought of another way. And when I sit back and look at her own way, it's better than my own. I'll say, go ahead. She was good. She was really, really good. I signed an agreement with her that will train her for 2 years and she'll stay with me for another, I think it was another 5 years. So that's 7 years. But it didn't work. It didn't work. Do you want to take her to court? There's nothing you can do. When they come up with life is happening, we have to move. I want to go to school and study chemical and something that did not even relate to the fashion that I noticed that she was so talented and skilled with. Family that did not care about sending her to school and left her to fend for herself. I found her to be a very young, hardworking, person. At the time, she couldn't sew, but I noticed she had an interest. And what even really encouraged me to teach her the way I did, to pour myself into her the way I did, was when I show her one thing, she flies with it. I show her one thing, she fly. I'm like, this babe. I show her more, she's flying with it. I'm like, no. I must teach you. I don't even care about the money. The fact that you're getting, those are the kind of people I like to teach, Family said coming out from nowhere when it started looking like her life was now taking shape, to say she should go to school and study chemistry. Was it chemistry or chemical something? I wanted to send this girl to Yaba Tech to study fashion design. I wanted to send her to school because I saw how talented she was. And I wasn't even going to really ask for anything in return. But for that apprenticeship for 2 years, the agreement was she was going to stay for 7 years. But as families there coming up and saying she has to go to school, she has to do, there's nothing you can do, really. There's really nothing you can do. You want to take her to court. You want someone who does not want to stay anymore. You want to force the person to stay. The person is not going to give you results. Yes, there are agreements that you can sign, but I'm telling you, if they breach that agreement, see, let me tell you, this agreement thing is even a psychological thing, really. It's just so that when people know that, okay, I signed an agreement, it will make them stay. But if they have a stronger reason that is stronger than that agreement, they will not stay. They will think they can come and, plead. And you too, when you look at it, like, this person's mind don't come up for your business, so she's no more going to be committed and give you her best. You let her go. Like I said, my business is built on the foundation of Christ. Anybody that does not want to work with me, I don't plead with you. I don't try to I try my best, to make sure that your salary was okay. If you want an increment and you're that good, you deserve the increment. Why not? Or maybe work environment, could it have been hostile or unfriendly to you? I try to do all that to make you comfortable and make you stay. But when all that has been done and I know that maybe the reason you're leaving is for, I let you go. Agreement will not hold that kind of person. Really, like I said, what do you want to do? Go to court? Distract yourself from doing what should be making your business progress, to go to fight a small girl who is just trying. Even the court, even the police and whoever you want to take her to will look at you like one caterpillar that wants to crush a grasshopper. Like, madam, waiting. So yeah, she's a natural. Yeah, she is. I think a good idea is to remove the training fee from the commission installmentally. If you want to do that, but they will tell you, madam, we are qualified tailors. We are very professional. We don't need training. It is you as the business owner who knows that they need training, So you can incur that expenses without removing it from their salary, right? But if you want to have that discussion with them, go ahead. But I bet you, with the level of reasoning of some of these tailors, they will not accept. They will tell you even the money is not enough for them. Even the money is not enough for them. So what are you removing again? They won't accept to it. So I have decided I will incur the cost of training. Now risk, now gamble. If it works, the few that stays, good. I pray about everything I do. And when I put out my notice for staff, I always say, Holy Spirit, please bring the right person to come and work with me, right? And like I said, I have the mindset and believe that all things are working together for my good. So even when the person comes and he or she doesn't stay, it's for my good. The ones that stay, but I bet you guys, I have tailors who stay. In like 3 years, I could have had only one tailor who leaves. The rest, na me fire them. I've been very lucky with tailors, and that's because, like I'm going to say in this life, I make work easy for my tailors. How do I do this? I work within their strengths. It's very frustrating for you to ask someone to give you something he or she does not have. When you demand for some kind of level of finishing, like you bring a Vicky James design and show a local small Calabar girl who has not stretched her imagination and creativity to that level to tell her, cut this, sew this, and give me this quality of work. Now frustration you dey put her now. She's going to be frustrated because you will never be satisfied with the quality of work he or she is going to give to you. You won't. So what I do is I work within the strength of my tailors. Like I said, nothing concern me with corsets and boning and padding and laces these days. Nothing concern me with them because I have chosen to work within the strength of my tailors. I have come up with a system to make things good for them and for me, and I'm profiting maximum. I'm profiting. Hey, I've not gotten to where I want to be, but my point is my profit is greater than it has ever been. So work within the strength of your tailors. Daniel says, get lost. I don't understand you, Daniel. I guess you came on the wrong life. Anyway, I don't pay attention to those kind of people. Yeah, so that's what I do. That's what I do. Work within the strength of your tailors. Put out notice for tailors. I'm trying to wind down this life now. Put out notes around you. If you're working with an agency, I've told you the downside from my experience with this agency thing, except maybe you're going to have a special agreement. Isn't that putting you in a box? Mofi Lola, I cannot be put in a box, so I can't. Why I'm saying work within the strength of your tailors, maybe because that's what I'm currently doing. And like I said, I am profiting more than I have ever done before. If not, Mofi Sola, find tailors that can produce what you want them to produce. Find tailors who are very skilled to produce the kind of clothes you want them to produce. Or like I said, train them, send them for training. Like you can do more, but only working within what they can do. Yes, now. I'm leveraging on the strength of my team and we are profiting maximally. Maximally. There are people who reach out to me. Oh, I want to start ready to wear. Oh, but this, that one. I say, okay, why don't you start with something very simple and see how it goes? As simple as kimonos. This is the one behind me. We have sold very plenty. Any learner can sew this kimono. Any learner. Because it's just lines. It's just straight lines. I don't think we did any. In fact, I don't think I used a scissors to cut this thing. I just tore. I tore the Ankara tear, 2 yards. You know how we tear Ankara now? I just tore it. We did not put any scissors. The ashoke, we did not cut. You know how ashoke comes in a strip, right? So the tailor just sits and does the sewing, the weaving, the ironing. Is there any tailor that cannot sew this thing? I'm not put in a box because I'm happy. I'm really grateful and happy that I can sell 10 Ashoke kimonos of 35,000 in a day. I'm cool. It's profit that I'm here for. When I want to create, I create. But right now, fast fashion is my focus and making sure I'm profiting. And my tailors can give me what I want because it's in line with their skill level. If I decide I want to start making wedding gowns, I have to change tailors and go and look for the kind of tailors that can give me the kind of sewing I want. So I'm not put in a box. Yes, I know. It's okay. Feel free to think out loud. It's okay. Mofisola, I appreciate that you even brought this up because even I have asked myself, okay, are you happy? I've asked myself so many times. I've checked in with myself to be sure that like I am put in a box. No, I'm not. Rather, what I do now is I come up with designs, right? I come up with designs that they can produce. And some of them serve to so many people who can sew. And even people who can sew, they look at it like, where is this coming from? They think I spend a lot of time to produce. I think it's also the Spirit of God working with me, really. He will teach you all things. He will show you he would simplify things for you such that maybe when you come to talk like this, like I'm talking, people look at you like, are you not watering things down? Are you not simplifying things? Are you not, because people still see my work, see my designs and think it's all that. It's so much. They are putting in so much. But me, I'm saying that my tailors are just there. you know they are just, we've simplified everything. So that at almost whatever skill level you can work with me. Since the very skilled and talented ones will come and be playing me ikoso, like they say in my language, you come 2 weeks, you disappear. I've decided to work with what's available. Do you think they'll be willing to go for training? Because they need money. During the training, I'll be paying them. I said I'm risking, I'm gambling with this thing. During the training, I'll pay them. I'll send them for training for 1 month, and in that 1 month, I'll pay them. I just stumbled on your life, and I think it's great. Thank you so much for joining in. You might want to subscribe to the channel. We do everything fashion business talks. Right now, this year, we've been a lot more focused on ready to wear. So if that's something you do, please subscribe and join the family. Our community has a name. It's called Pensra Lights. Pensra means the face of God shines bright. So Pensra Lights is the community members, right? God is shining his face bright upon us. So yeah, join the community. Hi, Jennifer. God bless you always for sharing great wisdom always. Yes. Thank you, Jennifer. Too Fast, Too Furious. Are you Nigerian? Yes, I'm Nigerian. Hello. Thank you for joining the live. And where are you from? Where are you reaching us from? It's almost 1 hour on this live. Does anybody have any more question? Because I don't want this live to be longer than an hour. Does anybody have any more questions? I have shared with you 2 ways I find tailors. I know there are so many other ways other people find tailors. Okay, so I was going to talk about that before I leave this live. Those fashion brands, I know of so many Nigerian fashion brands that have money, They started off big, or they have big sponsors. They go to fashion schools abroad. They go to fashion schools in South Africa and go and get the best of the best designers that are graduating to come and work with them. They don't pay them in naira. That's why when you hear one boo-boo, 800,000, you people will be arguing on Instagram. I go to some blogs that are dragging fashion brands that are selling boo-boo for 1 million or for 500,000 or for 250, and people are there in the comment section calling them. Meanwhile, those brands are selling. Why do you think their price will be that high? It's because they are paying their tailors in dollars in this Nigeria. They don't earn in naira. You know that so many fashion designers abroad are not looking to start their own fashion brand. They are different from us. We in Nigeria, we are so, will I call it selfish? Everybody wants to do their own thing. They want to stand alone, run their business alone, and be alone, But so many people abroad are not looking to start a fashion brand because they don't have what it takes to start a fashion brand, grow that brand, and sustain their livelihood from that brand. So they'll rather get a job. Silky Blossom Fashion, the aim is to make more money to work within our strengths. Is good to get there. The aim is to make more money to work within our strengths. Is a good to get there. Bamidele, I wish Bamidele, I appreciate you for sharing with us one of the best ways to be a successful fashion brand. You're welcome, Bamidele. So they go abroad, they go schools abroad. Like I said, these fashion school graduates are not looking to start fashion brand. They are looking for fashion brands that can hire them and pay them. So they go to those fashion schools and hire. I know I don't want to mention names, but I know fashion brands in Nigeria, those big ones, that go to South Africa and hire fashion designers. They are living there in Lagos. They provide accommodation for them there in Lagos within the factory, and they pay those people in US dollars. Those people are the ones that do all these beautiful designs. Do you know that some of these designers that we are celebrating, which is okay, have design assistants? The design assistants are the ones that even come up with the ideas. They run the ideas through them, they refine it, some of them one or two touches, and then they produce and sell in millions. It's a good thing because it's good when you have a good team that are also creative. So the creativity is not just on one person like it is on me right now. I'm the one creating everything myself in my brand. But these brands can afford to pay very skilled and talented designers who are more talented than they are. The brand owner might be a fashion designer introducing herself as a fashion designer, but she hires people who are more talented. That's the goal, really. Hire people who are more talented than you. They have the money. They have the money. They are starting off strong. They have sponsors, or maybe they are taking loan. I don't know. The money is there, right? That's why it will not be easy for small brands to compete with big brands because you get money. You get money. So they go to the US. They go to the UK. In that Lagos, they have white people who are their tailors. They are paying them in British pounds. Those people draft the patterns, do all the thingy. That's why one dress is what, $5,000. One dress is $8,000 because they know how much they are paying their tailors. Bamidele, please, what is the best way to pay your tailor? I pay on commission, and commission is working for me right now. Right? But as much as it's working for me right now, if I have a very skilled tailor who comes to me and says he wants to earn a salary, I can accept. As long as he's very skilled, I can accept. Then I will check his productivity. Now I have a way I measure productivity. If I look at it and we go open book, before I even accept, I'll let you know that, okay, we're going to measure your productivity to be sure that what you're earning is what you deserve. It can be both ways. Let's not be that you are overworking, we are paying you less, even though that's the salary I agreed on. Or let's not be that I am paying you for work that you are not doing. Gloria, thanks for this session. It's really an eye-opener for me, sis. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. So as I was saying, they go in these designers, then they have joiners, right? So the designers do the pattern drafting. Some even do the sewing. And then they have people who do the joining and they work closely under their supervision. That's why you can see designers traveling here and there. They are enjoying themselves, the work is going on. And you're like, where do they find these very skilled tailors? My sister, they went to Egypt and went and got. They went to South Africa. They went to the UK. They went to all these countries that, have good fashion schools and are chunking out and go for the best. They go, I'm looking for your best graduates. I'm looking for the best two or the best three, and they go talk to them. Would you like come work with us at a fashion brand in Nigeria? We pay you international standard, we pay you in dollars. What are your colleagues earning in the UK, in the US? That's what we pay you. And these people agree. They bring them to Nigeria, house them somewhere, make sure nobody use koro. I see them so that you don't come and poach. That is if you can afford those tailors or those designers, and they are there working for them. Grow your brand, make money. Somebody here was trying to say make money. work within your strength and make money, and then you can get there. If I understood her well, that's basically what it is. Make money now, make money grow. As more money is entering your hand, it will not be so difficult to get very skilled people to work with you. You will go anywhere outside of Nigeria to find them, and then you will bring them into the country, and anything they say make you pay, the money is there, you pay them. Make money. Just make sure you're profitable. Right now, work with the ones you have seen. Be willing to train. Try also to work within their strengths, right? For ready-to-wear brands, for bespoke brands, so well, as a bespoke brand, anything goes. Somebody can come today and say, I want corset, you might do. Tomorrow, another person comes and say blazer, you might do. Even though I always advise people to niche down. Even though you're a bespoke tailor, don't offer your services. Don't offer every kind of bespoke service. Don't. It will help you and also help your tailors. That's how you reduce the frustration. So that if you have trained them so well on corset making, corset and handling laces and all these our Nigerian ashoke, Nigerian ashwebi styles. If that's the kind of training you've given to them and they are getting used to it, don't now come and take blazer order and they don't know anything about blazer making. So you stress yourself, you stress your staff, and also your clients might not be happy with the end results, right? So try to niche down. Even though you're a bespoke tailor, try to niche down. Don't offer every kind of service. Do I have more questions? We are 61 minutes on this live now. This is beyond 1 hour. 60 minutes make 1 hour. Yeah, so I'm about to end this live, but can I take one more question if there is? Can I take one more question? All right, so please guys, go out there and put out notice for tailors. This is the best time to find tailors. December, January, by February they reduce. Put out notice every day. For those of you who are in a busy area, I know some people put out a notice board right in front of their shop saying tailor wanted. If also you're a prominent fashion brand in your town, some tailors might even be walking in to your store, right? Because that's another thing with some of these tailors who doesn't like success. They all want to work for the successful brands. So they'll walk in, introduce themselves, maybe you put them through a test or two and you've gotten a tailor. Or you use my method because I'm not very visible. I work from home. For those of you who know, my factory is at home, so I'm not visible. So I run ads. I post on Facebook to find my tailors. When they come, I find out their strengths. I put them through a test. Before we even do any testing, I tell them to come with some garments, about 3 outfits they produce themselves, so that I can check your cut. I'll ask, did you cut this yourself? Check your cut, check your fit, check your finishing, check your stitch, right? Then after that, I put them through a test that day, right? To also check for speed. And also this time, sew the one that I'm sure that you sewed it in front of me so that I can see your strength, right? After I hire you, especially the ones I hire to train, I give opportunity for those who are not so strong to become better. I give you time. If it looks like there is no improvement, or I measure your productivity, like I said, I have a record, everybody sees their productivity, and you seem to be the weakest link, I ship you out. I tell you not to work again. Don't come again. Before, I used to find it so difficult to fire staff, especially the ones who were not performing. For my tailors, I don't keep anybody that doesn't perform. You stressed me out. You stress my customers out. You're also kind of making me waste resources because I have to trash some clothes you produce, or you'll be wasting, so I don't keep them. I let them go, and then I keep the very good ones, and we continue like that. All right, so we are going to end this live now. Thank you so much for joining. To all my new subscribers, welcome. In the past 2 weeks, I think we've gathered close to 1,300 new subscribers. Welcome to the Pendra Light community. I hope you're having a good time. I have been trying my best to drop videos. For the past 1 week, we've been dropping videos every day, because I've just realized that this social media thing, this YouTube thing, there's no hard and fast rule. Just set your camera and talk, you know. There was a day I shared a video where I noticed a lot of you found that video really helpful. I didn't have makeup on, I didn't have my wig on, I didn't set lights, you know. I just started recording. What did we even talk about in that video? Okay, I think in that video I shared how I was able to do 2 million naira sales in one weekend, you know. And then in the comment section, although they found it valuable, some people were saying stuff like, go and wear makeup. And then others were saying, no, you look good without makeup. This is always, you know, very irrelevant comments. And I was like, okay, so this is the downside to this thing. So when I set my camera and I just start talking and I think I'm sharing value and people are deriving the value, there are still some people who would still come to talk rubbish, you know. So I would ignore those ones. I would ignore those ones, yeah. So yes, I've been posting more frequently and I have found easy ways, you know, with voiceovers using my content for my ready-to-wear brand as the visual, then my voiceover as the audio, you know, to share with you ideas and strategies so that I can chunk out more content. And I'm really glad that you guys are interacting and accepting, you know, that content style. I didn't know that it would be accepted that way, you know. I'm grateful and I'm glad that you're here. If you have any questions or you want to reach out to me, I would leave my WhatsApp link in the description box with me. If you want to sign up for my fashion business mentorship, I would also leave the link in the description box, and all my other products, I would leave the link in the description box. Okay? God bless you and have a fabulous day. Chinonso, you're welcome. Genesis EV, how do someone source for good quality material? Okay, we'll talk about that on another live. I know I've made a video talking about sourcing for fabrics, you know, and I said it's not really a big deal like that, especially for small fashion brands. We just like to overthink these things. So go find that video and watch it. On another live, maybe we'll talk a lot more about sourcing for fabrics. All right, bye-bye. God bless you. Have a great time this weekend. Okay.